today we are doing mission 3B, which is equations with variables on both sides. This is a continuation of what we did yesterday to make sure we're extra good at these kind of problems. Extra great. So first, we need to distribute if we have any parentheses. Next, we need to combine any like terms if they're on the same side of the equal sign. Third, we need to move the variable to one side, so that's where we're at for this problem right now. We have letters on both sides. We need to move them all to one side. Now generally we move the smaller number, but if it doesn't work, you'll still get the same answer. So I'm going to move the 5x, and this is a positive 5x, so the opposite, which would be subtract 5x. So those eliminate. 8 minus 5 is 3x. And then write what you have left, equal to 24. So we've moved the variable to one side of the equation. Now these last two steps, we need to get rid of adding and subtracting, and then multiplying and dividing. These last two are just undoing the order of operations. We only have division here, so the only step we have to do, the opposite of multiply, is divide here. And 24 divided by 3 should give us 8. So let's try another one. We don't have any parentheses, we do not need to distribute, but we can't combine like terms, can't combine these two, can't combine those two. So after that, we need to move the variable to one side. Move the letter that's smaller. Here's negative 17p and negative 13p. Which one's more negative? Well, negative 17p would be smaller, so if I move that one by adding 17p, it will help us to create a positive p. Because now over on the left side, we have more positives than negatives. So 17 minus 13, remember different sign, subtract. That gives us 4p. And then copy what we have left. There's a 19. It's not a minus anymore, it's now a plus because that's a positive 4p. These eliminated, and we have a negative 5. Now, we've got the letter on one side. We're doing these last two steps, getting rid of adding and subtracting. So first subtract 19, because we want p by itself. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So we have 4p equal to, remember same sign, add and keep. So 19 plus 5 gives us 24, and they're all negatives. And then the opposite of multiply here is divide by 4. So we know our answer is going to be a negative. 4 times what is 24? Well, 6 times 4 is 24. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. This one we have a lot of steps. A lot and not so much too. We don't have to combine, but we do have to distribute first. Distributing, draw your box to multiply. If you can do it without the box and just doing this method, that's fine. 6 times 3 is 18 with the x. 6 times 4, remember it's multiplication, 6 times 4 is 24, and it's negative, they don't get along. So we have 18x minus 24 equal to 12x. We're done with those since we only use them to multiply. We distributed, we can't combine like terms, but we do need to move the variable to one side. Normally we would want to move this 12x because it's smaller, but if I do that, there's nothing left. You can do that and just put a 0 there, but it'll just be more steps. So I'm going to move the 18. It's a positive, so I'm going to subtract 18x. So those eliminate, and we have a negative 24. Different sign, subtract. 18 minus 12 is 6x, but there's more negatives. Remember, same sign, add and keep. Different signs, subtract. So now we have just multiplication. The opposite of multiply is divide. We're dividing by negative 6. Two negatives, when you multiply or divide, make a positive. 6 times 4 is 24. We have a lot of that fact. Alright, let's flip over to the back side. This one looks a little bit complicated. It's not that bad. We can't get rid of anything on the top until we get rid of this divide by 4. Think of this whole thing as being divided by 4. If we simplified this, this is really 2x divided by 4 and 6 divided by 4, which neither are nice numbers, so we're not going to split up like that. We just need to get rid of this dividing by 4 by multiplying by 4. These eliminate top and bottom. Our answer is going to be negative here. And 16 times 4, if you don't know, you can multiply it out. 6 times 4 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 more is 6. Negative 64. And now this is just a two-step equation. Get rid of adding and subtracting. 2x equal to, different signs subtract, 64 minus 6. I'm going to borrow 8, should be 58. And then the opposite of multiply here is divide by 2. Well, 50 divided by 2 is 25. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we really have 25, and 4 more is 29. If you don't believe me on that, you can plug that in your calculator. Alright, last one. All we have are x's and 5's. But we need to still follow our steps. We're going to distribute first. I'm going to just multiply like this. If you want to draw your box, you can. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times a negative 5. 5 times 5 is 25. And now we need all the x's on the same side. This is really 1x. So I'm going to move this 1x instead of the 5x. So subtract 1x because it's positive. And we have 5 equal to now 4x minus 25. And our goal is to get x by itself, so get rid of adding and subtracting. I'm going to add 25. And we have 4x equal to 30. And then the opposite of multiply is divide. Now 30 divided by 4 is not going to be a very nice number. Not going to be a whole number. 30 divided by 4 should give us 7.5. You can plug that one right into your calculator. Alright, we've got 2 questions left. I'm going to do one and I'm going to have you try the other on your own. So first, we have k's on both sides. We don't need to distribute, we can't combine any like terms, we need to get all the letters on the same side. I'm going to move the 1k, it's smaller, subtract 1k. Those eliminate. 3k minus 1k is 2k, and then we have the minus 1. Now this is just a two-step equation, get rid of adding and subtracting. So we have 2k equals 2, and the opposite of multiply is divide. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Alright, if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, go ahead and try this one on your own, and then raise your hand and I'll give you your homework.